I'm totally awake. Yes. Don't want to talk. I'm gonna keep working on this project. All right, so I have a cute little project that I'm doing. I'm gonna find the end here. Okay, something. Nope, that's not it. It's around here somewhere. Going into this. Here it is. It'll look cool when I'm done. Alright. This is only part of it. But you can start to see the netting. It's crazy. A lot of crazy. So having that up. And I need to make the parts that go into the net thing. So yeah. Because they're gonna do that with me. Like it's perfectly normal and just working on a project. Oh, yeah, I just do steps. I'm using the whole plastic bag. That's gonna be for stuffies, stuffed animals. Chance, I'm going to cut that up. That doesn't have to be elaborate or big or fancy or anything, unless the person that I'm making it for. This one is for my kids, so it doesn't have to be uniform or perfect or anything, which is great with the autism. So I've got the handles and the end pieces. It just has to make a thread of sorts or cord of sorts, a continuous line. And it can be any shape, puffy and brilliant. The kids are gonna love it. I was twisting it, and that was too much work for me. It didn't make sense to make all that work for something that's just going to house stuffed animals and get them up off the floor. Pop them into a net so that they can, you know, pirate ship or something. Okay. I want these to bag it. Okay. But yeah, so it's just making the netting, which is kind of fun. It doesn't even have to be this elaborate. I can put less and less work into it and see what happens and then mass produce it. And then check it, well, put less and less work in it, see how efficient it is, because it's not, because I want to check quality and quantity. I want to check to see if it'll hold up stuffed animals, you know. Otherwise, what's the point of making it? And then I can work on the aesthetics. But for me, a personal challenge is bringing a project to completion. So we're going to try to achieve that. So I gotta make it so that it's not like so many hours long. But I mean, you know, like the better you get at crocheting, the less time it takes. You want this one? Okay. I got it. Hold on. I'll just empty my hands. That wasn't supposed to take this long to empty my hands. There it is. Okay. That's like those cute little scrunchies that people make by hand and sew up little pieces of material. A couple of strips of material that just kind of. This is just made with knots. This isn't even, I could twist all this, but my twisting, I can get better and better at twisting to make a type of thread out of plastic and make spools of thread and make that for other crafters. I'll try to get good at this. I think that's what I'm going to do with my paper wreaths, is since I'm not good at weaving yet, I'll still work on weaving, but since I'm not good at weaving, I'll just make the paper wreaths, which is fun, and I can make a whole bunch, and then, I can order that, and then I can get it out of the house. Alright. So you guys want to see this part? This is just the fun part, like if you've got DVD or something. The way that it's a simple brush to line this up so the toes are even. And then you just make like a little bow tie. And go through. I'll step on it. I put it about that far apart. As long as it makes the same rough. This moves a long hand, so even after I tighten it. There. I make a few of these, and then from there you tie these together, and then you continuously make the cute little pattern. That's when I need what? One, 2, 3 more. Should be good. Before I can start working on them. Well, that's not hard. I've got 3 or 4 more there. And then my kid will have their first stuffy net. Pet net stuffy goes this way. And then the light shows up better. There. So I work with plastics, plastic bag plastics. I work with cardboard, fabric, paper. I do different upcycled projects. You just throw that stuff in the recycle bin. It's no different. My hands are so dirty. And my lotion's upstairs. Still on cover. Still loaded. We're on Saturday. I love you guys. You guys are the most wonderful people in the world. Watch on YouTube. And you're still getting an exclusive, first look at somebody who's never going to be famous until well after their death. The work that a lot of people do that wasn't recognized until after they've doomed themselves. My joke is that I'll ascend rather than die. It's a lot of work to get rid of. Well, not to get rid of, but to evolve out of my non-ascending ways. Things that'll end up killing me before I can ascend. Yeah. This goes with form, where it's one thing came out as material that makes plastic. Nobody wants to talk about that because we sat there and considered how much we worry that those oil lens, if we make sure that we stop, because we think oil is just for cars, heating our homes, cooking with, lighting. They make our plastics too. And how much fuel does this rock have, How long did it take to crush all that was? Imagine how much force and how much material there was in order to make that ooze of oil, crude oil. And then imagine how much of the planet was around that got smushed into mutant, and the amount of time that it takes to create oil, crude oil. Oh, we've got billions of years of. That just changes form. It gets burnt, it gets changed into carbon dioxide. It's supposed to be sucked in by the trees, but there's hardly any trees to take it in anymore. So that carbon dioxide's just sitting there in our air. What are we going to do with it? Let the birds die. Let the squirrels and all the animals that we depend on to keep, like the possums and the bats and all the other ones that eat our mosquitoes, that keep our from having, like, say, West Nile disease. I mean, it's all connected. So if we change the form instead of putting it in the ocean, well, locally for us, our supplies go into a landfill. And I mean, people are like, oh, but we've built such pretty parks on our landfills. And on separate accounts, we talk about these giant sinkholes that come from these gas pockets, and don't wonder how they end up on top of a landfill. But the landfill makes pretty parks and homes and places for us to live, so that we have more land that we need. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. What are we going to tell ourselves? I'm like, have you seen those ocean islands made out of trash? We're simply just changing form here. So this was crude oil, became plastic. That plastic became a plastic bag, and I used it just to carry stuff in from the store. And now it's going to continuously carry stuffed animals for the duration of until my kids take it apart and make their own. It'll change again, and it'll change form, and it'll change form again. And again. I need a better tool to hang these up from. But I don't want to build those giant structures that people use for looms and crafting and building and doing that kind of stuff. That's not fun. I tell you. Thought about putting music on here, but since I didn't know anything about copyrighted trade, because I'm an idiot, I had Metallica playing because the kids asked me to dance to music. I was like, oh, okay. Like, so how do I dance? I dance to my favorite songs. So I played Metallica and I played it on here. And now they're all like, I don't care if you have like one of those free music things that are meant to be shared with everybody, free copyright or whatever. We're not going to let you have music on here. We're going to block it out. So even if I did play music for you, it would probably mute it. It's like, oh, you messed up. I'll figure it out. There's probably something that you're supposed to do something to get all this stuff to work right. I mean, other YouTubers figured it out. It's probably not hard. It's probably just some one key element that I'm missing. So this is just making thread. So you pop it through. It's actually popping it through itself and then getting that in its own knot, getting this in the knot this one makes. That still amazes me. It's so simplistic, so easy, yet, satisfying when they, change shape from bag to thread to a different type of bag. I'm just making, and I was twisting it, but that's a lot of work. I could probably build a tool depending on how much I could twist if I get orders to fill, like a whole bunch. And I've got a ton of plastic bags. I'll probably just switch it into, some tools. Switch to using tools. Switch to using tools that would make this go more efficient. Evolve the process so that I can get them out in a matter of time. And no, you can't honestly charge for the amount of labor for this without it being like a unique work of art. So my friends are getting free ones for their kits. Mostly scarce. I'd love to have somebody test the amount of pounds this holds. So I put about 10 bags together, flattened them, and then cut them into strips. I don't even have to do the double. You can just tie them. You're not tying them together if you just do regular strips. Depends on the length, strength, the integrity, all that. Yeah. You could shave this into different stuff. I might make like I don't know if I'd make an actual plush stuffy thingy because I don't want somebody to put their face into it. but maybe use a hexing needle so you don't put it around your mouth. Like the hexing needle. Brush it out of plastic. Well, if you could do things to it, you could trash it. Huh. Boop. Oops. One more. I need a different place to hang. Do it like around there. It looks like Christmas trees or lights or something. It's the last one, and then I just do the what do you call it when you're making the netting, tying together. It feels like I should be singing sea shanties. Or once was a ship called Loyalty. Ah, there once was a ship put to sea. Name of the ship was Loyalty. Yeah, something like that. Do 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 do. And which I am probably the music that I'm singing is probably like, oh, that was beauty. And then here also for spell work, if you're working on materials like this, where you're changing one into another, you can also do not magic. See that there? Not magic's really fun. So for this is going to be my kids' thing for their stuffies. So I could put in neat, clean, and organized, happy, fuzzy, wuzzy, and do it every every 3 nights. Say that they have joy from cleaning up their fuzzy fuzzies and make it, rhyme. And make it fun, enjoy it, put your intentions to it. And the fun part about this is once you put your intentions to it and your intentions wanting to be what you want out of your intentions, it's that follow through that changes the form of that intent into a real manifestation. And that's where that power lies of intent. The power of intent lies once it's manifested. Otherwise, the intent is just potential. Beautiful potential, huh? I've got beautiful potential all day long. So you have your perspective, and you have organization. Just this last one, I'm like, woohoo! It's almost there. I'm giddy with the amount of work to put into it. So this is where you can put in your stories. This is where you can put in your not magic and your and the stuffies return home to a beautiful magical net. Yeah. Shoulder decided I must have stepped on it wrong. 2.5 hours. What did I get accomplished? not much. I almost made 25,000 gold on my starter game in my it's a double farm. Trouble is the name of my character. So double trouble, as you know, it's getting to be Halloween. And yeah, 25,000 gold. And then I should have all of the bundles purchased to make to get a bus up and running. So for those who don't play Stardew Valley, which is a farming game, it's like an RPG farming game kind of thing. You just kind of go about doing things, and it's like a simulator of sorts. It's not a real simulator, but you can't put in certain variables and get certain test results out. But we do test out ways of getting more advanced or getting paid on a save faster enough to get certain things up and going, certain accomplishments, quests completed, things like that. So every save we do, we improve our ability to play that game. So, because I've done nothing else, but I can feel accomplished by 6 o'clock in the morning. And I've watered my cats and, gathered my mushrooms out of the cave, the farm cave. Gathered my chicken eggs and pet my chickens. I don't know what Stardew Valley in real life, huh? I have to remember when I go back into the game that I'd started a quest to gather 24 eggs for one of the NPCs. Am I going to remember? Best of luck. Oh, that was hard. Arthritis today. Probably doesn't help arthritis. Just let you know. And when I've got pain, we should feed the horsey today. And I have to repair this saddle somehow. And my kid keeps running it. It's like, I didn't know I was making it. Okay, so that is this. Okay. Last one on this side. Put it up. Pull. 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 Okay. Okay. That's roughly the same. Okay. So I go in. This is where I'm hanging. So these come to these. Pull them through. They're fancy. Like looking at the light is hard. All the same length because I didn't bother to do that work yet. We'll come to that. I can add on to those. Let me cut this. So I've just made another knot. And then this goes to, you get 2 on this line here, you got 2 on this line, and so the first one went over into that side, and then you split this up. You do this half of that line, and then that half of that line, so the lines down. You put them together, and you make a knot roughly the same spot. I've never made a net before. This is kind of fun. Yeah, and then sort of like, looks like a little tie. It's not the same. Tie is way more intricate for a young man. but bring this up. And then I have this side and this side, and go this way. I want the triangle roughly about here. I want to make it lower somehow. So here I make the knot, just like crocheting. It feels like, you know, you make a loop and put through crocheting, knotting, knitting, nautical work. Boy Scouts. Okay. Here we make another. I don't know how making knot seems to be. Trying shoes, clothing, materials, fabric. Nice open. It looks so cute. And then I have a last one, which I think just goes to this side, down here. I'm going to make a knot, roughly, so from here to here. I imagine that's what I do. Just like a braid where you switch sides. And some guys are like, I don't make braids. I bet you in history it was the guys that invented the braid. Okay. And just make another knot. And then eventually I'm going to have to make another big line and then tie them together at the ends, couple them together at the ends, and then, you know. I'm not doing this too tight because, like, the small animals, stuffed animals, they shouldn't pop through. Okay, so this one and this one. They shouldn't pop through. I don't know. How big is this small stuffy? I could probably make a different tuner for the small stuffies. Okay, so this, I don't think this, I'd recommend this for cats and dogs to make this. I mean, I could see them wanting to just tear this apart. It makes noise and it's a material looking thing. I don't know. Like strings and stuff that they chew on. I don't know. Is this for some reason? Okay, this on this side. I made one super puffy and this one's super thin, and it's just ends tied together. This is the single, and this was the handles all not fit together. These are the handles. So it's an interesting contrast. Oh, that's not that. Oh, let me do that. That's kind of fun. Okay, so this is fine for this one. Yep, one is good. Okay. give it a little pull, and you can adjust where the knot's going to tighten. The thing I worry about is the tension because I just taped it up. I'm going to have to structure something more sturdy. That looks cool. It's not uniform yet because this is my first. So as I develop more, like for my friends, I'll have a more uniform look and then a professional touch. But I like the cute little diamond shapes. You can't see diamond shape to it. Oh my gosh. It's making cute little diamond shapes that comes from nets. And I'm like, oh, that's cute. So just like ready to take the two that's close together, but not those together. So it makes a cute little. I thought I'll hold those giant stuffies up in the air rather than all over the floor. I think I enjoy having stuffies all over the floor, like you would for a giant leaf pile. But it makes it hard to vacuum and get under and dusty and throw that into the wash. That's no way to wash this. And trust me, my kids would spill all sorts of stuff on it. How I don't know. Well, they're not two. There are two. Okay. This is all right. Okay, this now. It feels like some of this is longer than the other, but it's I'm on the second line. Undo this so I can follow it better. And it's coming together. That looks so cool. I like it because, you know, the ones that there's a uniform section right here that's similar, like they're all done the same. So I can do like candles where I can do a whole big puffy one and show you the light. Oh, I got people. Hi, I saw it pop up. Hi, it has been a while since I've seen you. How long? No time. How are you? And what are you doing? I'm taking plastic bags, plastic grocery bags. Hi, people. I'm people. Yes, it's very important, people. What I'm doing is I'm taking plastic bags and I'm making a net out of it to hold, stuffed animals. And I cut my hair. I did. How's your puppy? I like it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I like it too. I don't have to brush. Less brushing, less work to do in the morning. How's your puppy dog? Yeah. So it shows, yeah. You can see. This one probably should be more up there, but I'll make this one smaller. Here we are making a net for stuffed animals. Not recommend. Yeah, this is not what you grab when you have a zombie apocalypse in order to get a zombie, trap a zombie. You don't use this. But this is the type of netting. And the netting is made.
No, you would tie 10 cans to it. I said you would tie cans to it. And then there'd be a zombie alarm.
He's speaking. I have no idea what he's saying. Because my ear right now is in the thing. In the headset. Okay. Mike is doing great. And I bought him a bone So he's enjoying that. Yay! And I actually got a kitten. He's 7 months old. Oh, and he's a Marn Coonville. So those giant looking like mini lions. Uh, and I'm allergic to most other cat breeds. So he's got the actual hair rather than the fur, I think, right? I had a friend like 25 years ago that had a camouflage net above his bed and stuffed animals, and it reminds me of that. Yeah, I don't quite have. I mean, I could if I had fake flowers or those fake leaves, leave them in there. But I don't normally do fake foliage because my autistic side of my brain. I found out I was autistic. The autistic side of my brain goes, "Those are fake. No, you don't need that. You need real ones." It's a good idea. Thanks. But yeah, so there's this one and there's this. To find. This one's very short. And then yeah, so this should take a couple hours to make, and then like the more I do them, the faster I will get, and more I can produce. Okay, so this sucker needs to be extended somehow. All right, so I need to extend that somehow. No, I don't want that in the bottom. So I am going to have to somehow extend this. That is very interesting. Yeah, I will extend that.
Bless you.
No fake ones take a very long time. Yeah, they're better. Yeah. A lot of people enjoy the fake plants. Real ones like to enjoy the living room and the kitchen. I'm searching for energy to start cleaning here. I've got dog hair everywhere, but I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to clean either. I've got some cleaning I have to do. And yeah, it's just, I got to clean my bathroom. And I've got to clean here. But I want to clean the bathroom and I want to clean a section of the downstairs. Because I want it to look nice. Like, we've got a birthday coming up, and I'd like to be able to invite people over. I've had a party down here before, this downstairs, for my other child, but I want to make it nice, And apparently, I want to put the studio out there so somebody can sleep in the morning when I get up to do my videos. Don't remind me of the bathroom. Oh, gotta do that too. Happy birthday in advance. Happy birthday! Their birthday when they are zoned out. They've got earplugs in. They can't hear me. So when their earplugs are out, I will tell them happy birthday for you. Oh, they're getting older and it's not fair. But I swear they've got a grown adult inside their head. So someday they'll grow inside, their body will grow to the age that their head is. And other people will start treating them like, oh, you're really, 40, 50 years old. They work so hard. My youngest works very, very hard to be cute and adorable and to be She watches another YouTuber, A for Adelaide, and she loves A for Adelaide. And I know too much about Adelaide and Adelaide's family, and it's kind of like scares me. But after learning about autism, how old are the kids now? So my little birthday girl, she's turning 5 here pretty soon. Oh, that's not fair. My Then I have a 10-year-old. I'm making sure I say 10 and not 9. Because that was recent. And then I've got a 14-year-old, and that's New Year's Day too. Just he just had a birthday, and then I've got a 16-year-old. That's not fair. Like, oh, that's not fair at all. I know the perfect for for onesies or two. I don't know if you're heard of these. The onesies, the energy bills are rising fast, so people are needing warm clothes and stuff. Oh yes, those giant onesie like blankets. Ooh, yes, and it's great like an autistic like sensory if you're sensory overloaded and you just crawl into one of those onesies. It's pretty cool looking. They seem to enjoy it. I don't particularly have any onesies. I did get one of my kids a weighted blanket. The feeling hitting puberty soon and 16 already. Yeah, I just wow. Yeah, the fact that I have a 16-year-old. I don't feel old enough to have a 16-year-old. I feel like 20, 30, I'm older than that, but I want to be, oh, I need carded. I'm not that. I'm the old cabin witch, out in the middle of nowhere, hunched over with a straw on the wood stick, and yeah, that's me. That's how old I am. I've been working out and trying to get back a lot of movement and a lot of ability to stay younger. Healthy eating when I'm able and remember. I was just about to say that you don't even look like you have a 16-year-old. Ah, you're so sweet. Question. When is it okay to start Halloween decorations? Um, Socially acceptable. I would say after the previous holiday is the way I notice. Like Halloween is great, and then until Halloween is over, I wouldn't do the turkey decorations. We have Thanksgiving. I'm trying to think what holidays that you might have. But and then I wouldn't do Christmas until after Thanksgiving. That was at one time a social norm to my understanding. So this is a social norm. But when you identify as a not so much Nightmare Before Christmas, but as a goth or a goth type of morbid type thing or a little wickedy witch. Aesthetically, Halloween never goes away. And then there's Christmassy people that are Christmas all year round. And I've been trying to learn to accept that. Since I'm Dutch, I don't know if they do in the US. Yeah, so socially, the stores, for profit reasons, they push all these other decorations like way ahead time or not soon enough. They'll complain about putting up Halloween decorations too early, but here I'm sitting in the store looking at Christmas decorations going, no, that's not acceptable. So it has to be a personal preference. Um, if somebody complains about the fact that you put up Halloween decorations before the last holiday, you just say, well, they're my decorations. You don't have to look at it. And, as long as it's not hurting anybody, I say put them up when your heart is content. I went to the store and today and they're removing the Halloween decorations already to make space for Christmas. It's not right. But they've been doing I'm like that's just like you still I mean, what about the last minute shoppers? What about those decorations that are on sale as soon as Halloween is over? That's what I do with my Christmas decorations is I buy next year's Christmas decorations at the price of, you know, the last year. So it's like collecting more ornaments or collecting the star. I'm still looking for a star instead of an angel to put on top of the tree. Oh, that one's done. All right, so I didn't need to put that much because it was halfway started. But yeah, oops. Got a new keyboard. I'm still using the enter. Yeah. So I hit enter a lot. It all comes out. Everything you're saying, it's all good. I only I only worry about things like if somebody got hurt. If nobody's got hurt, I quit apologizing. I say thank you. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for understanding. If it's not the norm. So yeah. Just say and it's totally normal if you sit there and hit enter a lot and spam it's not the same message over and over again. Let's see which but so the lighting is fun when I tilt this up. I usually do that with Christmas stuff too, but since Halloween isn't really a holiday here yet, they do not they keep selling it for the normal price. It's all gone. Oh, that is sad not to be able to get discounted Halloween items. What else? But more and more people are doing it, but naturally accepted. Most people still call it something that blew over from the U.S. Um, Holland, you would think that it would be you got agriculture, right? I mean, wouldn't it be like it's mostly a harvest. For some cultures, it's like a harvest time where you have like a second harvest or something where you harvest all the squash and apples and all the delicious all the pumpkin pie stuff and all the apple cider and the caramel apples and U.S. is big on apples because of Johnny Chapman. Uh, and but mostly the honoring the dead. Mexico has it November 4th. We have this ghoulish thing from back. It started back with the I guess the Vatican must have started it. I'm going to assume. I don't know. I'm just going to speculate where they went door to door to gather goods for the poor, canned goods. And then what happened was like Celtic sort of uh, Germanic cultures back then um, disguised their children so that they wouldn't get kidnapped uh, from ghouls and other fey creatures of the unseelie court. They would be disguised as one of the unseelie court so that the children could blend in, and because it'd be the the fey creatures and the dead would be walking amongst us, so not to have the children picked off and taken away. So then somehow the evolution period where Hallmark or some sort of company went and said, "Oh, look, people like to buy ghoulish stuff," and it just blew up. More and more people. Caramel apples are rare. I only had one when I went to the amusement park when we were 10. And you mean Samhain? Yeah, Samhain. Or how do you spell that? No, you got it spelled right. Samhain is the Gaelic. The Gaelic has that way of changing um, the H and the W sound. It's Samhain. It's pronounced Samhain, but it's spelled like Samhain. I believe that was the root of Halloween. But when they dressing up and asking for candy from you. So the asking for candy originated with the Catholicism. I think it's Catholicism. Went door to door to grab canned goods for the poor or food for the poor. For donations this time of year because it's hard to get food, and then yeah, so the decorating and the dressing up came to disguise that was Samhain. So for Samhain, uh, since the veil was down and the kids would disappear and horrible, ghoulish things would happen to children, probably, I'm going to say, caught in the bog. I'm going to speculate. Um, Theoretically, hypothetically, caught in a bog or something, and kids were disappearing on these Halloween these nights where the veil was the thinnest and we were being visited by the dead, and so all the other ghouls and the other fays and the other creatures of all sorts of leprechauns and things like that, the not pretty stuff, and so dressing up, and somehow the merging of all these cultures, probably by the hostile takeover colonization, I'm going to say, and the fact that there was market that could sell candy. So it feels like we drop certain traditions that take extra work that have certain results. I like the results, but the ones that take extra to work that doesn't resonate or we don't have a need for. So the ones that last that get filtered through, and so the U.S. is very capitalistic, very profit oriented. So far from what I'm finding, we are horribly profit oriented. I don't enjoy that side of capitalism. So whatever is marketing and whatever is profiting, we have more from that. We have more things that sold. So the ones that sold go into next year. The ones that didn't sell get, kind of tiered off. So we have pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns from, let's see, originally they were turnips and radishes, which were more readily available than uh, dozens of pumpkins at that time. And they'd put a head in it or make a face or a head to protect a head in the house, one per head of the house to Bram, the to protect, to say, hey, protect this head on this night where the dead are rising. Your shoe in front of the fireplace. Oh, you got certain tradition. Interesting. Your holiday are different all over the world, and we have called okay. I have no idea how to phonetically pronounce that word. Our Santa Claus. It's basically like Santa Claus, but instead of elves, he has black Pete as a helper, and you have to put your shoe in front of the fireplace with candy with a carrot for the horse. Yeah, a horse instead of reindeer. What was readily available, and sing a song, and the next day there would be a present in there on the 5th of December. It's a big celebration. Oh, yeah. Those are one of the big celebrations. I love those. I love the magic of Christmas. It's fun. I may have made this one too long to fit into the piece that I was trying to lengthen. But yeah, I love holidays. But yeah, so for the US, the holidays that made it are the ones that were the most profitable. Selling candy is profitable, selling costumes is profitable. And so that's the thing with the US. And it's got its pros and minuses and cons, but I like the harvest part, you know. We're probably coming back to where the harvest is going to become a thing again. Because unless you're rich, you're only going to get richer right now with the way inflation and the pandemic hit and the way we economically responded. We're going to get probably another, not quite a famine as much as it's going to be like a Great Depression era. Oh, is that the one I wanted to learn from? And I need to learn from these. And so, drop my there. This one. Great. Oh, we're good. I'll get some more of this. And then I will use the handles for another project. Or make a different cord for handles. Everything going over. The shoe in front of the fireplace can be done for about 10 days. So parents put little presents in, and 5th is a big one. So the whole family comes together. Oh, that is sweet. Over invite Santa Claus and Pete. They come with a huge bag filled with presents. And we're naughty. They'll put you in the bag and take you with back to Spain. Oh, so they've got that's sort of like the German. Brain fart, where they worry about you have to be nice and well behaved, or teach you a lesson, kidnap you. And so that's a combination of a lot of different traditions I've seen, unless the other traditions are pieces of that tradition. One of the two. Yeah. So I take it, if your class, you're going to have to show me how to pronounce phonetically your holiday. So Santa Claus. So it sounds like Santa Claus or Saint Nick, but see if I can learn to just. So I take it that one is your favorite. It's a good holiday. That sounds like a lot of fun. I wish I could come visit. But I'm not very good at gift giving. Yeah, I will get there. I will somehow hyperfixate on what is customary for gifts. Eventually, I'm going to have to do breakfast here. It is time for me to start thinking about getting up for the day, and I haven't gotten in as far as I'd like on here. So I've got to extend a couple of the things. I mean, I could work on that and then leave that side. Those three. Oh, bless you. But then that would be weird. That wouldn't work. I don't need a whole 10, I don't think. 10 bags. I can do these here. It'll be fun. Bless you. But I do Christmas, and this year my best friend, their twins, are coming, and made friends from Canada. Sweet as well. I'm going to do Harry Potter Christmas. Aha! Including the British Christmas dinner. In Dutch, it's Gies. Is it Gez? Gies. Sunhead. Held? Heed. Sunheed. Geisenheed? Don't worry. I can slaughter that in so many ways, trying to do my best. Alright, so Jizon, you said bless you. That's Gesundheit. Oh, some Gesundheit. Gesundheit in Deutsch. Oh, Gesundheit in Deutsch. Deutschland in German. Gesundheit. Okay, so it's Gesundheit. Similar to Gesundheit. German and Dutch are pretty close. Yeah, I've been figuring that out. Like, we've learned how to say a few German words and phrases, and somebody from Dutch will be, yeah, that's how you say it in Dutch, from Dutch. Wow, of all the amount of coffee I've had, Holland. Okay, that just is like in Dutch, like the speech is Dutch and the place is not. Place is Holland. Okay, I'm good. I am an educated person, I swear. Good morning, Caren. Thank you. The brain doesn't work. Doesn't want to wake up. No, my brain does not want to wake up. I've had these migraines come and go that have been like making the brain not work either. And then like I need coffee. So it was not, my brain. It's like speaking American. Which is kind of a thing. It should be made a thing because it's not exactly English, the same as like, because you can tell the difference between somebody in Britain or England, and that sucks. I wish you had a headache-free life. Oh, thank you. I wish you had a pain-free life as well. But yeah, I mean, those migraines get in there and they affect speech and they affect my ability to walk and they affect my ability to see, and it's a very interesting experience of navigating, like going, screw this migraine, I'm gonna do it anyways. And my intelligence doesn't go anywhere, but to be able to say out what is processing in the brain, to be able to articulate and to verbally say, you know uh, yeah, it just, all right, let's see here. Have you ever had a migraine that made you talk in a weird accent? I have a deaf accent, and my autism makes me imitate lots of sounds that I hear, like exactly for certain phrases. I read stories about people that did that and didn't know they did it. My autism does that to me, where I'll speak in an accent, and I'm not trying to be rude. I won't realize it's an accent. Sometimes I can catch myself, and I'll work on just sounding regular American. But the fact that I watch TV and I've heard it, and the brain says, "Oh, this little tidbit, okay, replay sound bites out mouth." And so it'll say it just like I heard it. Like the word stop for a while was stop in the name of love before pretty much every time I heard the word stop, my brain would, oh, the word stop, key, button, play, play music. A lot of things were associated with music because I was listening to a lot of music at that time. So the autism plays things back. So croissant is croissant. It's not a crescent. It's not croissant. I'm going to say croissant. I don't care how rude a lot of us Americans feel like saying croissant is rude. That is how my brain heard it. That is how I pronounce it, and that's the way it's going to go. And so it's a name. It's a proper, well, not a proper name. Croissant. It's not a piece of croissant or something. But it's the autism. It'll say something will key or associate, and boom, it's the same thing that just pops out. I had sound kind of like my brain works. I always make instant connections to magic and start singing. And second, and people around me laugh because they know me. Yeah, it's pretty funny because like every time you see or hear an association, that thing just pops out. Uh, association tires, and then next thing you know, you're going like the old tire lady belt tie. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it helps when you're around people that know you and yeah. And now it's something else that my significant other is going to laugh at me about. Abuse me horribly. That's part of the way I am. Yeah, it's just what it is. It's not good or bad or anything. It's I high key it as a plus or a pro rather than a con. I don't know, but it's a good way to have the brain work. It means the brain works. It means you build associations. It means you have memory. It's it's good for you. I don't know why neurotypical people aren't like that. They should be. I am not measuring these, but I will start measuring eventually. Especially if I'm going to do this for other people. uh, yeah, it's a beautiful way to be. I'm telling you, you get, you know, or the logo or the jingle from the commercials. That'll give me a lot too. I think I postponed enough, and the hair is driving me crazy. Oh, good luck with all the hair. Yeah, the Swiffer of the U.S. is quite efficient for getting up hair and getting the. I don't know what you use to gather up hair, but I only moved to the one place that had like husky hair all over. I had to clean out all sorts of different creaks and crevices of the house. The air, you know, yeah, you have to get into the air, um, the heater vents and things like that. And I don't know where that all comes from, but I would keep finding hair in places that are unlikely, you know. But they used to bag that hair and sell it or something. It's not like you have Angora rabbit or anything, but I mean, you used to, my hair used to make a bit of money or something, Good luck cleaning, and I hope you do well. And thank you for watching. I actually want to do like something creative. Oh yeah, enjoy being creative. I hope you have a great day, and I will try to catch you again next time. You too. Thank you for watching. You have a good one. Mwah, mwah. Bye. Love you guys. I gotta go too. It's getting to be the time that I get to get stuff done. So bye. Thank you so much. I'm gonna end the video as well. So have a good one. Bye. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see tomorrow is religious thinking day. So bye.